Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Art, and today we're channeling messages from Spirit, Infinite Gratitude. I'm in a good mood, so let's just keep the vibes high and see what Spirit has to say, if anything at all. What is up? What's going on? Any and all messages, insight, etc. from the Divine Infinite Gratitude. I'm gonna keep this reading short because I feel like they've been I could just go on and on and on and on, but I know that I need to keep it like 25 minutes, 30 minutes, and then I want to do 15-minute readings, 20 to 25-minute readings, and then occasionally that hour and a half, 2 hours, or a 45-minute reading. I don't know. I really don't know. Just something just got dropped off. But anyway, Justice card in reverse. This is juicy. I already like how this is starting. Somebody feels like something is not fair. Somebody feels like something is not right. Something is not fair. They've been done wrong in a situation. They got the short end of the stick. They've been cheated out of some abundance. They feel like they deserve some sort of a money, or they got cheated or robbed of some sort of abundance, some sort of money. Somebody feels like they got the short end of the stick in a deal or some sort of exchange, or they just got cheated out of some sort of sum of money. This might be you, or this might be someone else. It's like they can't do anything about it though. They're not going to do anything about it. They can't do anything about it. They feel robbed. They feel cheated. They feel scammed. But there's nothing there's nothing that they can do about it. They're not even going to try to do something about it. It's like what's done, it's done. It is what it is. They can't get their money back, or they can't make things right. That somebody definitely feels like they got the short end of the stick in a situation, and they feel, or they think that they're powerless. They feel stuck. They feel trapped in this unbalanced situation, and they think that they're trapped, or they think that there's nothing that they can do, or they think that they're powerless in the situation. But they still, it's like they think that they're powerless in the situation, like there's nothing that they can do about whatever it is that made them feel like at a loss. Like somebody could have quite literally robbed them. Somebody might have just taken from them, manipulated them, scammed them, and they feel like they thought about it like, yeah, there's nothing I can do to get it back, or there's nothing I can do to justify the situation or make the situation balance. Like they've given it thought, and they see no way out, or they see no solution. They feel, what's interesting about it is that this person feels good. This person still feels strong. Yes, they might not be able to get this one particular object, this money, this abundance, this something materialistic. They feel like they lost something materialistic that might have been very valuable, but they still feel strong. They still feel good because they have faith in a higher power. They have like a very abundant spiritual bank account, if that makes any sense. They feel like they've always stayed in integrity. This might be you, collective. You might have felt scammed, definitely done wrong in a situation, definitely um, used, taken advantage of, robbed, violated, okay, just left for dead. Like it could have been, to that extreme. It could have been a very severe crime or misfortune. It could have been like an attack, some sort of spiritual warfare, or just some sort of like um, attack on you, and you were definitely harmed. And for some reason, it's like because you know that you always stayed in integrity, you don't feel defeated, even though you know you can't get this object back. Somebody might have taken like something materialistic from you or something that was just valuable. Um, and you know that there is no reconciling with this person, there is no balancing the scales, there is like no solution when it comes to what happened in the past. But today, in the present moment, just knowing that you were always true to yourself. You never like did that to anyone else. You never became what hurt you. You never stooped to their level. That gives you this sense of self, this confidence, and this like feeling of abundance. Like you feel abundant no matter what was taken from you. You still feel complete, whole, abundant. And it has everything to do with your relationship with the spirit. But for whatever reason, you feel like you can't, there's only so much that you can do when it comes to this past situation. Like you're trying to heal from it, or you've like taken the initiative to heal from this. Um, give yourself the wisdom, the lessons that you learn from the experience instead of just grieve. Like you had to grieve, you had to mourn what you lost. You're still living with that grief, but you're also giving yourself the opportunity to see what you've gained as far as wisdom, spirituality, faith, confidence. You have a really strong sense of self and identity, and you just know who you are, and you just love that so much. You just love who you are so much because of what you've endured and like how you did so gracefully. But there is this sense of powerlessness that like haunts you, unfortunately. Like you still live with like maybe post-traumatic stress from the situation. You might live with anxiety. There's just been like consequences on your mental health, physical health. Like it could have like really impacted your well-being, and you're still healing from that. So you feel kind of broken at times with the magician and reverse physician. But it's like at the end of the day that you love yourself regardless of what you have to heal from and what you have to recover from. And the journey of recovery that you're on, it's like you don't love yourself any less. There was some sort of like betrayal, but I feel like it's not as bad. Somebody broke your trust for you to feel so betrayed. Somebody must have broken your trust. But the thing is that it's not as bad as you think it is. What I'm getting here is that someone broke your trust, betrayed you, could have like been a partner that tried to rob you, one of those really, really twisted situation. Somebody was twisted, you know, mentally on drugs or something, like mentally ill, twisted, betrayed you, and just like did something really sick. And you felt like traumatized by it. And honestly, you've been like healing from it ever since. And your mind, the mental consequences of this betrayal, like it has your mind like running rampant sometimes. Like you're thinking, okay, if they were able to lie to me about this, or if they managed to betray me like this, then that means they could have done, you know, so much more. There's no limit to how far this person is willing to go to hurt me, to hurt the people I love. Like you're living with like this anxiety of like, okay, well, what else is this person capable of doing, since they have like no integrity? Like they will stoop to any level to just be vengeful, or be like, not even vengeful. Vengeful is the last word I would describe about this person, because I feel like the way you love yourself, you would have never done anything to deserve things like this to happen to you. The way that you stand, like grounded in your faith, it's like you're not the type of person who deserves this kind of treatment. You don't deserve like what happened to you. So it's not like this person was vengeful, or maybe this person was mentally ill and was thinking that they were being vengeful, but you didn't deserve what happened to you for this person to treat you this way and to stoop this low. So it's like, because you see this person stooping so low and like losing all sense of integrity, um, it makes you feel like, okay, what else did they do? You know, like what else were they like attacking? So your mind, like you live with this anxiety, like this person is going to do anything. This person has no discipline, no like guidance. Like this person is just out here. And the thing is, it's not as bad as you think it is. Yes, it's bad, or yes, you have proof of betrayal. You have receipts of this person harming you, hurting you, but they're not doing everything that you think they could have done. Like, I feel like you think that, oh, they're capable of doing this, doing that, or are they still trying to hurt me? Are they like, how strategic are they being about like this attack on me? Like, it's not as deep as your mind kind of wormholes the situation into, if that makes any sense. So you might just feel like there is no end to this person's evil, and this person is not capable of doing as much damage to you as your mental paranoia and anxiety tells you. Like your anxiety tells you that this person was able to do this to you, then that means they can do like all types of stuff to you. And the fact of the matter is, this person is not capable, or is just not simply like doing that. It has something to do with like, you might have like dealt with like a cheater, or someone who just was very just disloyal. I got 10 minutes. You dealt with someone who betrayed you, was disloyal to you, but I don't think this person is capable of doing like what you like imagine this person doing. Now that you know that their character is like this, like you're thinking, okay, what else are they up like doing? Like what else are they willing to do? Like your imagination is like limitless. It's like you're a picture. You can picture this person doing some really um reprehensible stuff. I hope that's the right word. you can picture this person like doing all types of stuff, things for money, things for clout, things for attention. Like you can imagine this person like doing all types of stuff that you would never do, or like you never thought that this person would do. It's like now all of a sudden like this person could be do anything. Like you never thought of them that way until they betrayed you. So what I'm getting here, it might not be as extreme, like as like how far your mind goes with it. Like it might not be that way. But there was definitely some sort of betrayal. Okay, so let me just like back up off of that energy because I feel like it's not productive. Um, because you're still healing from it clearly, and I just feel like you don't want to give this person more power to affect you than what's clear to see. Like you gave this person power to hurt you simply because you let them close to you and you trusted this person and you allowed this person in your to have access to you, and they took it for granted and they definitely harmed you, and betrayed you. But the thing is, it's like now that you don't give this person access to you, there is no power over you. This person has no capability to harm you unless you give them that. So that's the only way that this person is able to touch you, reach you, access you, is if you allow them in your space. So you're trying to like you're not like playing about yourself, especially after this experience. You don't play about yourself. And very few individuals have access to you, if anybody has access to you. So you're living like differently, like you've learned some hard lessons from this, and you give very minimal access to people to like the precious parts of you and the precious things about you. You don't share that with just anybody. It takes somebody someone who definitely speaks to your spirit. It takes someone who definitely aligns with you on a 5D level, on a in a metaphysical way. It has to be like divinely guided, led. You don't take risks with people. Like when you deal with somebody, it's like you know for sure that you want to deal with that person. You use your intuition when it comes to inviting people in your space, and it's like you know for sure when it's safe to love or safe to share yourself. It's like your connection with spirit is very strong. So you're confident when you like make new connections. Like you're confident about the people that you deal with now on this playing field, on this level. Like you are very confident about the people you cross paths with at this point. I feel like your circle has shrunk because of the traumatic experience or experiences that you've had with betrayal. Your circle has like shrunk. You might have completely isolated yourself, but then you also are in a space now where spirit like points you in the direction of the people that you're meant to cross paths with, and you like know without a shadow of a doubt like that you are supposed to meant to cross paths with certain individuals, and there might only be a few individuals that you cross paths with today. Those individuals like make up for herds of people. It's like you don't have to have many associates or a whole lot of friends. You're not interested in having friends, like an abundance of friends. You're not interested in just having crowds of people around you. That's very out of alignment with where you're at in your life. So it's like whoever it is that does have access to you, and whoever it is that you do give access of yourself to, I'm hoping I'm making sense here, but I make sense to me, so I'm gonna keep going. It's like those connections make up for like a whole group of friends. Like you could just be dealing with one or two people on an intimate, platonic way, or you might just be dealing with, like, when it comes to platonic relationships, you might only be dealing with a few couple of people, like a handful of people, but they make up for a crowd. The type of people that you're dealing with, the connections that you're building, the bonds that you're building, they make up for like herds and crowds. So it's like you value those connections the same way, or even more. You just really are grateful for the connections that you have at this point in your life, in this stage of life. Um, Infinite gratitude. I love this energy. The Ten of Pentacles in upright positions. A lot of abundance. There's all the abundances here. So you're not missing out on anything. You might feel like, oh, you took a loss, you can't get it back, you feel powerless. There is no like reclaiming your innocence, reclaiming what you lost. There's nothing you can do about it. But what I'm getting here is like you have everything. Like you have it all. Like you got it all. You've got it all. Despite the betrayal, despite the attack, despite the harm that was done, you're your abundance is infinite. Like you are the high priestess in upright position, and we have the Ten of Pentacles in upright position in your reading. So it's like you're very abundant, you're infinitely abundant, and you're very strong, and you're very grounded, and you're building on a solid foundation. And everybody in your life right now is meant to be there. Whoever it is that you are connecting with now, after everything, if anybody is able to like have access to you now, they're meant to be there. Period. So the abundance is infinite here. You feel really confident moving forward. You might be dealing with like post-traumatic stress and just have like anxiety when it comes to certain people or just certain things that trigger you. You just like, you might be healing from something like that, or you might be like recovering from that kind of like paranoia and like anxiety when it comes to like dealing with people. But it's like with spirit, you don't have any problem trusting people. And that's crazy considering what you've been through. That is crazy. That's wild. That's wild. That's mind blowing. Because anybody who knows what it's like to be betrayed in this way or be betrayed multiple times, trusting people is like impossible. It's very, very difficult. It's very, 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 very triggering. But with spirit, you trust people with your life. Like there's people that you meet people, and because spirit like guides you and points you in every direction that you go at this point, you like let spirit control all of that. You don't question, doubt, or waste any time. Like you trust and build those bonds very easily, effortlessly, and things start popping off. The connections start popping off. It's like gasoline meets fire. Like, okay, you're about what I'm about what you're about. What are we here for? What are we doing? And then things start popping off because spirit has like guided and ordained these connections and created these connections and guided, like I said, guided you to these connections. So you don't feel any type of way when it comes to trusting people in this point in your life. I think that's like the most beautiful thing about it. After everything that you've gone through, like, you will still like confidently, comfortably be vulnerable, share yourself, open up, love. You have all this abundance despite what you've lost and despite what you've gone through, and that's just beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. Infinite gratitude. You guys have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm done here for now. See you next time.